Let's go. Let's see. Sarah would be next. Creme.
Most of the charges are still at the Temple of Mythal. I'm Mr. Crazy Fun.
Can you think of any other tasks suitable for the charges?
Most of our people were at the Temple of Mythal. I've still got a few, though. Men who are recovering from wounds. I can send them around to rattle swords, wave flags, and look a lot larger than they are. It'll mess with enemy estimates of our numbers, so no one thinks Skyhold is undermanned.
Sounds good.
We'll talk later.
Sounds pretty damn smart.
So to kill Corypheus, all we have to do is kill his dragon first? That's easy. We're good at killing shit. Just one more big fight to put this Magister asshole down for good. I knew you'd get us here, boss.
Oh, bull.
It's been an honor, Bull.
Oh, don't get like that. This isn't goodbye.
Thank you.
We're kicking this guy's ass. Hey, boss. How are you?
Nothing else to say.
See you later, Bull.
Nice talking with you, boss.
Does the barkeep have anything to say?
Inquisitor,
What's the current mood?
spirited enlightenment, also drunk.
What's the word out there?
Briala is pulling strings in your favor. It's going over as well as you'd
Of
expect.
course.
As you were.
Inquisitor? Inquisitor?
What's the word out there?
Opinion on keeping Blackwall is mixed, like oil and water.
Ooh.
As you were.
Inquisitor? Inquisitor?
What's the word out there?
Quiet. Too quiet.
No.
No,
Just
wait.
quiet enough.
Inquisitor?
Well, that's one problem solved.
What do you mean?
The champion. You were shitting yourself. Problem solved, right?
Right. Sure. Problem solved.
Really? Oh my. Are you serious?
I'll ask around again tomorrow.
Smack some people,
Well,
I swear.
Let me know if you find one.
I'm sorry. Oh wait, no I'm not. It's just the funniest, isn't it? That creaky old Abelas in Mythal saying the elves weren't destroyed by Tevinter.
You're gloating?
That's some long dead you're gloating over.
About time I got mine back. Elvie elves have shoved victim in my face 1,000,000 times. We're not proper if we aren't sad about the grand history stolen from us. Turns out we're no better than anyone else. Plus, a big old temple full of demon-worshipping lies. Grand, that.
You think it's lies?
You seem pretty certain. You don't believe anything from Mythal.
Course not. What, I should believe all that stuff? Because elves? I mean, it was impressive and all. Makes the Dalish look like tits for living in the woods, but so what? There can't be a bunch of gods and the Maker. Don't matter how much or little you believe, those don't fit. So call me stupid, but I believe the stuff not made up by dead people who failed. Mythal is a ruin full of demons. I mean, it just makes sense, right?
No, it doesn't.
There's so much history there. What if some of it is true?
No, now you're stupid. You can't think that because it's stupid.
But everything we saw.
Why believe it? Because Abelas looked weird? If that's all it takes, Corypheus shitheel is full of lumpy truth. I get it. You're an elf. Be all elfy. But this? You're the frigging herald of Andraste. Every time you open your mouth, you'll sound like an idiot.
And I'm not... That hasn't stopped you, jeez.
People need to understand what this could mean.
No, they don't. 1,000 miles away, all they'll hear is you won. They won't care what you mutter to yourself. And neither do I. So there you go.
Yeah, it doesn't go over well. Oh.
Corypheus died, and then he didn't. That's why he always felt wrong, like he didn't fit inside himself. He wears another man's life. I thought dying was forever.
It's confusing.
It's hard for any of us to make sense of. Corypheus is using ancient magic.
But is it him? Is he real? If a man can be dead and then not, could I have saved the real Cole?
You did what you could.
What happened to him wasn't your fault.
His hands were bruised from beating on the wall. It was dark, like the cabinet where he hid to escape his father. His belly hurt like knives, throat cracked dry. He was alone. I pushed through and held his hand. It was all I could do. He said, "Thank you." Thank you.
Oh, that was weird for a hot second. Hold on, can I get there this way?
Thank you. Very well.
He meant to watch forever. He called himself Sorrow.
That's Abelas.
I'll talk to you later.
Goodbye.
Of course.
I'm here,
That's all you got to say?
I'll talk to you later.
if you like. I'm here,
Okay.
I'll talk to you later.
if you like.
Cullen. Need to talk to Cullen
Of course.
and Cassandra and Blackwall.
Though all before me is shadow, yet shall the Maker be my guide. I shall not be left to wander the drifting roads of the beyond. For there is no darkness in the Maker's light, and nothing that he has wrought shall be lost.
A prayer for you?
For those we have lost, and those I am afraid to lose.
I'm glad you haven't lost your faith.
I've questioned it at times, but I found comfort in faith when life offered little. Corypheus will retaliate. It's only a matter of time. We must draw strength wherever we can.
From moments like this, perhaps.
There are fewer of those lately.
There's time now.
Speak with the advisors in the war room. They've got more for me. Blackwall. Haven't talked to Blackwall. Haven't talked to Cassandra.
Not now, sister.
I know what you mean to do. It won't help.
My father drowned there. Who are you to tell me what will make me feel better? I'll find him. I'll find the mayor, and I'll...
Decide your actions before you go. In the moment, there's only before and too late.
Hey, it's finished.
So it's done?
Just about. The little ones in the camps don't have much. I thought this might cheer them up. Even in the midst of war, they deserve to be children.
It's almost time. Are you ready?
I am. I've been ready for a long time. Things become clear on the battlefield. It's where I truly know myself. Everything else fades.
It's simpler in a fight. Enemy? Kill.
I, too, am a soldier. But this time, I'm fighting for something I believe in. The people I care about. I chose to stay with the Inquisition. I chose this fight. And the difference is profound. I have only you to thank. Corypheus is able to possess Grey Wardens, or so I hear. Perhaps it's a good thing I'm not a real warden.
I agree.
It's a blessing. Warden or not, I'd hate to be on the other side of your blade.
Going up against a darkspawn, and the last thing you want is a Grey Warden. Funny how these things happen.
What do you think of the Inquisition?
I just
No,
know
dude.
that you could shake this world to its foundations. I'll be right here if you need
Tell
me.
me something different. Cassandra. Cassandra.
Your chant doesn't cover such things. It's all right to admit that.
You can't know. She has always shown us the way, just because an elf found that temple.
A place of our people, led by one of our people.
Perhaps. Perhaps your old ways are not what we thought.
You have, No? Does she have elf ears? She does have elf ears, never mind. I thought she was human and I was very confused. Never mind. Not that they haven't messed that up before.
Victory in the Arbor Wilds. The archdemon might have been a real threat to our army, but it flew off once we turned the tide. It is still out there, however. I wonder what Corypheus plans now.
We'll deal with whatever he throws at us.
Do not underestimate Corypheus. He is powerful, and you have yet to fight him one-on-one. But he will come. You will get your chance.
You're not worried?
You don't seem concerned about that.
I'm terrified. Yet I have faith in you. Not long ago, this was impossible to imagine. You, successful against all odds, victory close at hand. The time has come to consider what will come next.
Don't chase it.
We still have to beat Corypheus.
I have not forgotten. Blessed are they who stand before the corrupt and the wicked and do not falter. I will stand with you in the end, Inquisitor, if you will have me.
Oh. Why can't I romance Cassandra with the female Inquisitor? Where? Oh, hey, this was the wall. I was trying to figure out how the heck to climb. I guess you come around? Is there anything even up here? Nothing? So I guess just keep walking through Cullen's office. Ooh. Oh, it's another book. Gosh, they're everywhere. The that quest actually made you find each and every individual one, that would be different. Nothing down there either. Just another empty room. Okay, I'm avoiding Solas. Don't want to talk to him right now. Okay. Inquisitor, I must take over our investigation into the Well of Sorrows. Dozens of antiquarians and historians are begging us for the results. There have been several attempts to steal our research. While we have nothing conclusive, the research has proven useful in negotiations with interested scholars, and we should guard it accordingly. Lavellan. Oh, we got some sentinel plate. Inquisitor Lavellan, we have secured Samson in the holding pens, your worship. He's not said much. We'll bring out the villain for judgment at your pleasure. Right? And we should have, yeah, inflate Inquisition numbers. This is all resources again. Inquisitor, with most of our forces still returning from the Temple of Mythal, it is important that our enemy not suspect the weakness of our current state. I can take some of the chargers on patrol in Inquisition uniforms and create enough of a disturbance to give enemy scouts the impression of a much larger Inquisition force. My scouts have done similar work. Don't have the manpower to do much more at the moment. Well, Lavellan thinks she can ambush forces. So let's do Lavellan.
Inquisitor.
I need to go get dressed. There we go.
Forgive me, Inquisitor. For personal interest, I have relieved Josephine, as you might expect. Knight Templar Samson, general to Corypheus, traitor to the Order. The blood on his hands cannot be measured. His head is too valuable to take. Kirkwall, Orlais, many would see him suffer. I can't say I'm not one of them.
Too valuable to kill.
The headman's axe isn't enough? That's an impressive amount of ill will.
The Red Lyrium will steal your vengeance. You know what it does. Corypheus only delayed my corruption.
Are you still loyal to that thing? He poisoned the Order, used them to kill thousands.
Templars have always been used. How many were left to rot like I was, after the Chantry burned away their minds? Piss on it. I followed him, so Templars could at least die at their best. Same lie as the Chantry. The profit just isn't as pretty.
I can actually understand his side of things. Maddox respected you.
I found your people. They believed in you, believed your cause was righteous.
Not your business, Inquisitor.
Your friend Maddox was so loyal, he killed himself. For you.
They were always going to die. I saw what Corypheus was doing. So yes, I fed them hope instead of despair. I made them believe their pain had purpose, just like the Chantry does. Right, Commander? It ended as well as anything else I've done. Corypheus would kill me on sight. I'll tell your people what they want. Everything I cared about is destroyed.
Exile him? Let Kirkwall have him? Let Dagna study him? Shove him in a hole?
Very well. Samson, you will spend your remaining years serving the Inquisition. Cullen will be your handler. Perhaps he can get something useful out of you.
I doubt the commander believes there's anything worthy left in me.
You're not wrong, but you served something greater than yourself once. Perhaps you can be made to remember that.
I really, really, really hope we see Samson or Calpurnia back for Dragon Age 4 because... And I get it. Like, Samson wanted the Templars to die strong instead of weak. And as he said, using the same lie as the Chantry. Which is just, I can't even... But I get it. I mean, it was horrible. But I get it. And I'm really interested in where that character goes from here. And I just really want him back for Dragon Age 4. And I know there are people invested in Calpurnia. And so I'm sure they'd love to see her too. Let's go find Cullen again.
Samson took everything from those Templars. He corrupted their souls, twisted them into everything they stood against, everything they would have hated.
You're letting Samson get to you.
And what if I am? The Red Lyrium left Samson's mind unaltered. He knew what he was doing, and he dares speak as though it were a mercy? The man's a monster. I pray his information is useful. His life is good for little else.
You are very upset about this, and I understand that. But...
You knew Samson. You don't feel even a little sympathy for him?
I may have once, but after what he's done, my sympathies lie with those he betrayed. They will extend no further. The Red Templars needed to be torn down. We've broken Corypheus' army. I might have known some of them. If my life had gone differently, I might have been one of them. Do you ever wonder what would have happened if you had not been at the Conclave? If you'd never become the Inquisitor?
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes. My life would be less complicated, less dangerous.
Or it could be worse. There would still be chaos, and that was meant to sound comforting. I can see how it wouldn't. At all. You've led us this far. Many owe you their lives. Whether or not the Maker sent you, you are needed here.
The difference here is that Samson felt that the Chantry betrayed the Templars and admits that the Red Lyrium was just the same thing in a different form, but at least it made them stronger instead of weaker. And I get that. Cullen can't quite see that at the moment.
I do not like having that mirror, Illuvian, in Skyhold. Corypheus may not be able to travel through it, but what if something else can?
I trust Morgan. Ask Morgan about it.
Morrigan's our expert on the Illuvian. If you're worried, why don't you ask her?
I did.
And?
She said I was unreasonable, then offered to explain how the Illuvian works using words with less than 4 syllables.
Ah.
The Circle had a library. I'm fairly well read.
Right.
I'm not unreasonable.
Is there anything I should know?
Only that I'm never playing cards again. I still can't find my... It doesn't matter. I don't know how Varric talked me into that.
Is there anything I should know?
Not at present.
Okay.
That's all for now.
Should you require anything, I'll be here.
What is it that you lost, Cullen? Okay, we're not going that way. It's fine. Liliana is done now. My men lit extra campfires, marched with rattles on their boots, and used a few other tricks to inflate our apparent numbers. Thanks to Sister Liliana's scouts, we even took a small Venatori force by surprise. They were so busy counting our numbers they didn't see the rest of the chargers coming in behind them. The Venatori had a map. They were looking for something in the area. I passed it to Sister Liliana for perusal. Okay. So we got a new quest out of that. Inquisitor, the Venatori were using a map to search for something not far from us. A small team could find whatever they were looking for, whether it be a threat or something of possible value. Liliana. So Josephine is locked. If we do not think it too dangerous, my scouts could get in and out quickly. That seems fair. My soldiers can get to the destination on the map and strike down whatever threatens us there. Doesn't matter who we use, and Cullen will do it.
Has either of you noticed the change in Morrigan? I fear for her.
Fear for her, rather than fearing what she will do. You do care.
I would have concern for anyone who came into contact with that thing.
Yeah. Alright. Morrigan standing right there. Okay, I was hoping to put this off, but there's no putting it off.